This conference will now be recorded.
Hey everybody, this is Sean Green, Wasatch Group Real Estate. How you doing? Want to take a second today and talk about a process that we have in place to help our clients move through the REO transaction process and to deal with the intricacies of the process and communicating this process and overview to the buyers and the buyer's agents. It's a little humorous to me in today's market with very little REO. A lot of agents just are not aware of the intricacies of an REO transaction, whether that's a HUD or a Fannie Mae or a Freddie Mac or a Bank of America or whatever it is. They treat just about every transaction like a retail transaction, just out of lack of experience or lack of being involved in an REO transaction for some time. So anyway, what this is what we call the 5 steps to a successful REO transaction, and this is a document that we prepare that is customized to each client. It talks about the specific steps that need to be followed for each client, specifically with regards to earnest money, inspections, utilities activations, closing, rekeys, all that sort of thing. It's great because the document is attached to the REO listing in the attached document. So it gives them a step-by-step process for each individual client, and it guides them through and links them to various documents that are really helpful to the buyer's agent and helpful to move the process along. Just take a minute and review the 5 steps document we prepare for our HUD client. It is, as you know, HUD is a very unique process. It may be one of the more complicated processes in the REO industry, but basically it goes through it and talks about each step. It talks about the very first step of being when the buyer's agent receives the acceptance email, and then kind of goes from there. Step 2 for HUD talks specifically about the earnest money and HUD's requirements for the pre-qualification letter or proof of funds. You'll see here in this purple link, they can link exactly to what the earnest money amounts are based on the dollar amount of the transaction. It gives them the requirements in this link for HUD's pre-qual letters that they require, or their proof of funds. Step 3 walks them through the electronic signature process that HUD uses. It takes them through exactly what needs to be done, who signs and in what order, and helps to really prevent any delays in the electronic signature process. After we get the executed contract, which tends to be one of the longer delays in the HUD process, then we specifically move on to the inspections process and utilities activation. As anyone in the REO industry knows, permission to activate utilities is huge. Many agents are not even aware that there needs to be permission given and that they need to request that these utilities be activated. HUD is particularly a stickler on this. So HUD's process is they click this link here, and then they request that the utilities be activated, and then they wait for a response email from HUD. It also talks about what happens if HUD will not allow specific utilities to be activated. For instance, water seems to be one of these that we get often enough, where they tell the buyer that they can't activate the water. We give them some instruction, a little link here for some instructions on an alternative air pressure test when the activation of the utility, the water utility, can't be made. It also helps prevent contract fallout based on that. The air pressure test can tell them quite a bit. It gives them a quick reminder of what the due diligence deadline is on this particular type of REO seller. It also links them to the contract cancellation form, assuming there's something on the inspection that they're not comfortable with. Step 5 goes into the settlement and the closing. Talks about settlement deadlines when you link to this document here. Links to extension requests if needs be. And it also talks about the extension request fee schedule for this particular client. Again, contract cancellation form is here in case they need to cancel the contract based on financing. And it gives them the clear instructions on exactly what needs to be done. On HUD, like a lot of our other REO clients, there is a requirement that the home is rekeyed post-closing. In this particular case, it's done at the buyer's expense. Kind of gives them a quick review there, a quick reminder, I should say. And then at the end of the document, it links them to some specific HUD sales contract amendments and instructions. So you can see there's amendments to the sales contract, add or remove purchaser, change financing type, and then it also includes some additional video instruction on submitting a bid and the e-signatures process. But anyway, we have one of these done up for each of our individual REO clients, and again, it's customized to each client. Really helps to move the process along, prevent any unnecessary delays, and ultimately result in a smoother and faster closing process on the REO asset. So we'd love to implement this for you and put it in place and start servicing your assets. If we can be of any help, please don't hesitate to contact us, and have a great day. Thanks.